Hello YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you how you get interviewed and trained and get into the main server for unknown department of RP. So first, when you join, you want to go to, it will say welcome and it will say your name. So here we've got XniLo, he joined, and then it will say read the Bible or the rules, whatever you want to call it. So read all them, make sure you read them if you'll get tested on that in your interview. Make sure you read the interview information. You also, when you do join, you need to check your department availability. This will tell you what departments are available. At the moment we've only got Civ, BCS and Dispatch because the server's half finished. That basically means we've only done like the main parts that you need for the actual server to run. Obviously in future updates we're going to add EMS and fire and all that. They'll all get sorted out properly and all the separate departments. We've also got all these chill spaces so you can just talk to people before or while you're waiting for your interview. Interviews will be announced in this chat, so check this regularly. If you don't know when interviews are going to be, go to the interview chat and you'll be able to type in there and just ask what or when the interview is going to happen. Someone will try and make that happen as fast as possible for you. So here I put an interview out saying make sure you know you've got a good backstory containing your name, where you come from, how old you are, what your character hates and loves, what department and what your character's dream job is, etc. The better your backstory, the more likely you are to get accepted. So an example of a good backstory is here.
I didn't have the best childhood that all kids had, but when I was 16 I saw my parents get robbed on the way to their house from my house in Los Santos. They lived in Sandy Shores. When I got there, their house was being robbed. I couldn't do nothing. I phoned the police, but they didn't come in time. When the robbers left, my parents had bruises all over them, crowbar hittings and gun whacking. A couple months later, time passed. We didn't get robbed, but police were guarding our house. My dad was in hospital because he had mental injuries after the robbery. He tried to protect my mum, but he couldn't. My mum unfortunately passed away when it happened. My mum had some heart attack that I can't explain. It was too painful and sore to talk about. My dad died not long after. Since then, I've always wanted to become a cop. I hate criminals of the family. I'm 26 and I want to work as a cop.
So this is the person interview that you've just watched, Ghostly 2 Evil. So he will probably be trained later on. So by the time you'll start joining, he should have been trained and he would have been trained to a certain extent. This is the main server at the moment. Obviously there's not loads on it, but we've got the main things sorted out so the server can be updated and it's pretty well organized. It started because of a raid that happened on our previous server, but that's just a sneak peek of that before you join. After you've had your interview, you should, well, if you've completed your interview, you'll be able to see a new chat or category, and you'll be announced like in the interview category about when training starts and all that, depending on your training or what department you are. So police training is a much more harder because we want the best police possible. Civ training is pretty easy. It's really hard to fail on. But obviously if we get too many civs, we're going to shut that department. Also, if you want to have a look at the Civ courses, it's basically you've just got to do all these things. So like you get tested on simple Civ to Civ interactions, working interactions, crash scenes, pullovers, etc. Then you've got your police course where you do pullovers, you practice your 10 codes. Obviously when you do all this, it will be all put into your in-game actions. And yeah, training will happen as fast as possible. Normally we wait a day after the interview so we know they're active. Otherwise there's not much point in just training them straight away when they're just going to join and be in one RP. So we want to make sure we have the most active members. Okay, so hopefully this helped you guys out for a new RP serve you possibly want to join. Obviously shout out to Ghostly 2 Evil for letting me use his interview, and hopefully you guys will join and you'll have fun too. Speak to you all in the next video. Goodbye.